Shalom. I'd like to give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakak Kodesh. Peace to the hopeful elect of Israel. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and brethren in Great Millstone, and all like-minded brothers. It's like, turn that down. Who are preaching the truth all around the earth. I'm going to bring a quick little lesson. I won't be long. I think I'm going to entitle this Isupk or Goats. Okay. I watched the lesson in the post by the brothers in GMS with the brothers up in Pittsburgh, and Isupk coming up there trying to roughshod where they preach. Okay. And I look at it like this from this standpoint for all the new people who are waking up and you bouncing from one group to the next group, looking at all these different groups, primarily because you don't know any better. But this should be a lesson to you, to show you that those people over there on that side in that particular camp are carnal-minded, okay? And they're not serving the Lord. That was a prime example of them not serving the Lord, okay? So I'm just going to pull a couple of scriptures. I'm not going to, be long with this. Just to put my my thoughts out there about it. What they did was just straight up wicked. Them brothers been preaching there at that spot ever since I've been watching them, among other places. But if you look at a lot of their camp videos from over the years, they've been preaching in that spot, okay? And, the brothers, with strength through the Spirit, moved on, which goes to show you the difference between carnality and spirituality, okay? So with that, let me just jump into a couple of scriptures here. I'm going to start at Matthew 25, and I'll just start at verse 12. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several abilities, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents, and likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter now into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Verse 24. Then he which had received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast thine is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he has. Verse 30. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from his goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you for the foundation of the world. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Now my point is, in verse 30, and cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Now you got these brothers who are up there in Pittsburgh been preaching, and then you had these wicked goats, all right, come down and want to claim their spot for preaching, which was utterly madness, utterly ridiculous, and total madness, right? Now that goes to show you that them dudes over there on that side of Isupk, they're not dealing with the truth, okay? Because you don't do stuff like that. You know, if you're not in, if you're in the spirit, you don't do things like that from the very beginning, okay? That's not something that you do. Let me move on to a different scripture here, okay? But the point being that the sheep, the children of the Lord will be on his right hand, and you goats are going to be on his left hand. He's going to cast you in the outer darkness for being wicked. Let me go to, I watched that last night, man, and it, you know, in my flesh, you know, I was like, man, I wish I'd have been up there, you know, because I'm for them brothers, you know, GMS Pittsburgh, and you know, you got these wicked ass niggas that come up there and gonna take the spot. That's ridiculous, man. That's straight carnality. That's shit you did when you was in the world. You know, when you was on the street peddling your little dope, your little reefer, whatever it is, you know, that people used to do. You know, you don't come out there and be just and I'm gonna get that scripture too, a damn brute beast. Okay, so let me go over to Romans, and we look at Romans 8. Okay. I don't want to be that long. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach, Yahushua, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit of life in Hamashiach, Yahushua, hath made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, in that I was weak through the flesh, the Most High sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteous of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. Right, them brothers up there in Pittsburgh walk after the Spirit, and they show proof to you that that's what they're about. Because again, going back to the brothers and sisters who may be waking up and you new into this, you know, you saw the contrast of what spirituality is and what carnality is. That should be a lesson to you, okay? Going on to verse 5, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnal minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. And them niggas is in the flesh. Okay? All right? So, you know, and then, you know, when you add to, if you look at it, the Lord had it happen for a teaching tool, just like now, so that you could see the difference between those that are my children and those that are not. It's just that simple. There's nothing hard about that. I'm going to go over to 2 Peter, and I'm going to start chapter 2, read from verse 1 down to probably 13. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways. Now that goes to those who are just now waking up. Don't follow their ways. Okay, Isupk was wicked and they were wrong for what they did yesterday. Okay. All right. Let me go on in verse 3. And through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, which is these bodies and flesh. I don't want anybody going off hollering about, oh, see that there's a hell and the angels followed Satan and got kicked out of heaven and all that. No, it's talking about the faithful, the elect, okay, who are in these bodies now, okay. Let me see, where did I go? Verse 4, I start there again. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved until judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example to those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, right? For that righteous man dwelleth among them, in seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day, and their unlawful deeds, right? And we see this with people every single day, okay? And those of us who are walking with the Lord, you know, we get tired of seeing wickedness every single day. And what we saw, even coming out of your own nation, was wickedness. There was no need for it. There was no call for it. There's other corners that they could have went to. But why go to that corner? You see? Trying to make a point, being wicked and evil. Let me go on to verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. And them brothers stood strong. They stood strong and didn't go into the flesh. All right? And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Okay? Verse 10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Okay? Them dudes was self-willed. Verse 11. Whereas angels which are greater in power and might bring not railing accusations against them before the Lord. But these as natural brute beasts, Salakia, 12 again, verse 12. But these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of the unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Okay? Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you. Okay? Them people were being wicked yesterday. And I said I wasn't going to make this long. 15 minutes. Okay? And to the brothers up there in Pittsburgh, man, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakathum. Okay? Lord bless you all for being spiritually minded. Okay? Matthew 5, and I'm going to end right here. I'm going to start with verse 14 and go down to 16, okay? Because this is what we saw. That was a shining example, okay? Verse 14, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Hashem, Rakar Kodesh. Peace to the hopefully elect of Israel. Shalom. I'll see you on the next lesson. Stay up.